What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and want to talk to you guys a little bit about No Man's Sky. First of all, shout out to Wolfflow for his video about No Man's Sky. I'm gonna try to remember to put the link in the description, or at least to his channel, so you can check it out. Where he didn't really talk a lot about the game. He basically, expressed how he felt, and then he gave a lot of information in his description. So I highly encourage you guys to read what he put in his description, because at least for me, it kind of helped flesh out a little bit about what No Man's Sky is about. Because one of my things about this game is that it's always looked interesting, always looked appealing, but I always felt like they didn't really say a lot about it to make me truly understand what's going on, and his description helped do that. Now, with that being said, I still feel like No Man's Sky has, I won't say it has a lot to explain, but I feel like for a lot of us to get an understanding for it, we're going to probably have to play this game. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because there are games out there that are best, described through hands-on experience. That's how a lot of things in life are. But the reason I feel that way is because I feel like this is going to be a very ambitious, creative, and interesting game. But from a general standpoint, it's a concept that's going to kind of be hard to push, I guess, to the general consensus, which is, understandable, because I think, a lot of people who are really interested in No Man's Sky, they seem to get upset when people say, I'm not understanding what it's about. But you have to think, not everybody is, how could I say this? It's, for the most part, people kind of need reference points for a lot of things, and I feel like that's the thing that's missing with No Man's Sky, is that there is no general reference point to peg this game down for the general consensus. And it's not that people can't be open-minded enough towards it. I think it's stupid to dismiss people who don't understand this game. I will say that right off the bat. I can't necessarily dismiss them, because not everybody gets things the same way. Not everybody view things the same way, and there is going to be a quote-unquote majority that look at things from just one standpoint. And I think that's the thing with No Man's Sky, is that it hasn't necessarily put out that reference point for the general consensus, or for a large amount of people to be able to actually form an opinion. I don't think a lot of people think it's stupid, and that's the thing. Most of our reaction as a gaming community to this game is that I'm not sure what it's about. And that's the thing. I don't think that Hello Games has done maybe they haven't done a good enough job explaining it to everybody. I understand it's it's a procedurally progressive game that things develop randomly. There's no set pattern to it. There's a huge, large universe for you to explore, where you can discover a ton of different things and interact with a ton of different environments, and what have you, creatures. There's exploration, there's combat, discovery. I understand all of that, but I think it's so open-ended, its explanation, that it's hard to get what's your objective. And in Wolf's description, he said that there is an end game that you get at the center of the universe that will take you a while to get, which is cool. That's cool for some people, because a lot of people like to play games with an objective in mind. That being said, I still think that their main problem in their explanation, and at least for me, when I say that there's not enough information, is the execution has to me, never been truly explained. And maybe that's where there's some disconnect with a lot of people in the community. Gameplay elements, like what is the mechanics of the gameplay? How do you proceed to do this discovery, this exploration, things like that? You know, yes, we know you can get in a spaceship, go from planet to planet. We've seen tidbits that showed, hey, there's weapons that you could get. I'm not sure if there's tools. I'm going to assume that there's tools for you to, you know, look for different elements that you need and things like that. You know, you don't get a lot of information on what you're going to be doing as far as when you're interacting with the environment, that, you know, or how you're going to go about interacting with the environment. I just think that's one of the biggest problems going for No Man's Sky right now, for the general consensus, is that there's no solid reference points to certain key elements of the game. You know, I feel like eventually they're going to have to open up a little bit more. You know, like I can compose in my head what exactly is going to go down, but that's a dangerous thing. I don't think you necessarily want people to do that, because at the end of the day, you know, we've seen how badly that can go with games like Destiny, where Bungie didn't really tell a lot. You know, they talked a lot about the game, but they didn't really tell a lot. So when we finally got to the end game and the game came out, people had made up in their minds exactly what it is, and it ended up being something else. And I feel like Hello Games might be dancing on the edge of that knife right there, where they're, you know, talking about how great and how wonderful this exploration, and, you know, giving little tidbits on some of the things that you can do, but I think they're gonna have to tell us how those things are accomplished at some point, because, you know, some people need that general consensus type of reference point. But we'll see. We will see. I have high hopes for the game. I don't think that it's going to be a bad game. I'm just curious, again, what the execution is going to be of this all. But I really feel like it's going to end up being a game that I'm going to have to play to understand that, because I don't really foresee Hello Games going into any intimate details about that stuff. But we'll see. Now, if they have done that, please let me know. Let me know, like, you know, if they've done a breakdown of, you know, the gameplay's execution, because I would really love to see it. Please send me that footage, and I will digest it, or whatever interviews there are. But anyway, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This is your boy Black Magus, and I'm out. Deuces.